Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a blessed day. My name is John Lee Hilliard Jr., and I am here on JT's Vending Services LLC's YouTube channel to bring you the 10 the 10 stupidest money traps to avoid. Now, I will go ahead and tell you that most of these traps worked on me. But that was back when I didn't know anything about money or finances or budgeting. I thought that the purpose of money was to buy things that I wanted with the money that I've earned or could borrow to impress people that I didn't even know or like. So a lot of these scams work. So it's only 10. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. You guys know I talk a lot and I enjoy talking to people. So um, before we get started, I want to ask, please, if you are watching this video, please decide to like, share, and more importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That gives us additional views. That gives the algorithm a chance to pick us up, and it gives other people to see what we do and how we do it. We do our best to bring biblical principles about finances to as many people as possible. So these are the things we live by, and we hope you guys can either get out of this situation or avoid them altogether, especially if you're in your 20s and you're living with your parents and you're not in any debt so far. These 10 will help you, help you notify, well, hope you be aware of them, help you be aware of them so that you can avoid them. So with that being said, guys, let's get into it. What is it, Trey? What is it? Oh. All right, guys. Sorry, that was my son. He came in here. He's on punishment, so he's just coming down to get something to eat. So, with that being said, let's jump into it. So, we'll start from number 10. Trey, don't be over there making a lot of noise. Mama, please don't be making a lot of noise. Whatever that was, it was either my wife or Trey throwing stuff around. So, anyway, let's start with number 10. Number 10, investment scams. Don't ever give up your money and your personal information to someone who offers you unwanted investment advice or pressures you to invest in something right now or something that is a once in a lifetime deal or something you might miss out on. If you don't know what they're talking about, you don't understand it, please don't throw your money into it. A lot of people got swept up in Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, um, and a bunch of other like random things that just continue to pop up. And I know everyone wants to be in on the next big thing, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's those kind of things are money traps, should be red flags. There's no such thing as getting rich quick with a scheme or scam. So I would suggest if you run into anyone, emails or phone calls or text messages that encourage you to invest in different things, don't do it. It's a red flag without a doubt. And a lot of time you got broke people trying to give you advice, like people who are broke and living paycheck to paycheck and struggling, more than likely, just like you, they always got, oh man, somebody over here got money this. Oh man, somebody put money in this and got rich. No, no, they didn't. Because if they did and they had the money to put in it, the person who telling you would have done it. So just use that sense that God gave you. All right. Number 9 is payday loans. Payday loans kick my butt. I was living paycheck to paycheck, trying to look fake rich, and I was buying everything I could. And I went broke, and the only thing I could do, I saw those payday commercials and payday loans, and you guys know the Lone Falcon and all these little commercials where they show you when the guy's roof fell in, and he went and called them and got money tomorrow. There wasn't enough money to fix that roof, but they make you think if you borrow the money, everything gonna be okay. But guys, I'm telling you, that's a lie. Um, I understand that life happens. Sometimes life hits us with those out of the blue money emergencies. The transmission goes out, your HVAC unit dies, you have way too much fun on a dance floor at your cousin's wedding, and you wind up in the ER from breaking your ankle or knocking somebody down. Your emergency fund won't cover all your bills. So maybe like some quick cash from a payday lender would help. No, forget about it. I'm telling you, I had three. I had three different payday loans. So that means every time I got paid, every 2 weeks, I would have to take $1,500 to pay the other one off, which I only borrowed 1,000, and then I have to borrow that money again so I can pay the next one 1,000 when I only borrowed 500, and then I had to borrow that money again. I got another. The last one I borrowed $500. No, I borrowed $275, and I was paying them back 820. So I was going into debt, like, and paying them a lot of money just to borrow their money when I could have just paid them off and set a budget and live better. So number 9, please avoid payday loans. They're no good. She not that loud. Charlie, what's wrong? Okay. That'll be in there in a minute. All right, number 8 is surprise contest winnings. Avoid them. You're not going to get rich by playing the lottery. You're more likely to spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars buying lottery tickets and, oh my, so and so got rich. Yeah, they did, but you didn't. And you have to understand, even when you hit the lottery and you have a poverty mindset, you're still going to go broke again. You'll be poor once that money runs out because you're going to ball out because your mindset is, oh, I just won some free money. I'm finna buy everything I ever wanted. And then when that money runs out, you're back in poverty. You can Google the statistics of lottery winners and look where they end up: suicidal or back in poverty because they just wasted $600 million. So don't try to win with money doing surprise contest winnings. Those are scams. If you get some, avoid it, delete it in your email or your text message, block it. Don't. That's not the way to build wealth. The way to build wealth is to discipline yourself to live off less than what you make and consistently do the thing of saving money and putting up money over a period of time. So that's a scam if you get an email or text message about some instant winnings. Number 7. What was that? Number 8? Yeah. Number 7, subscription scams. Now you got to be careful with those because those emails that come through that I get a lot, it's always, oh, subscribe to this. It has my name, it has my email, it has somewhat kind of accurate information, but it's still sketchy enough to where you don't know where it's coming from. Delete it. Delete it. Because if you click on it, they get access to your information. If you put any information in there, they got you. So I've already told you how much I like good deals. Um, but we don't like shady companies trying to take advantage of us or different random people who set up fake companies to take advantage of people to get out millions of dollars. So an instance here, for example, there was a woman in Florida that just was arrested for trying to sell Elvis Presley's mansion after creating a fake loan in Lisa Presley's name and created a fake law agency, an investment agency, to try to trick them into signing it over. She got caught, but she got caught, and now she's doing time. She tried to sell Elvis Presley's mansion, leading with it was in debt, and Lisa Presley signed over this and this. No, that was a scam, and they caught it. But those subscription scams work just like that. Don't click on anything. Like if you want a free trial of something, the commonplaces, not HBO Max and Hulu and stuff like that. Those are legit companies, but you have random people that send stuff just to get you to type in your information. Don't be that person. That's a scam. Number 6, playing the lottery, which I kind of just spoke about that. That's kind of like the surprise big winning the lottery. That's slim to none. Everyone dreams about becoming a millionaire overnight. Everyone dreams about that who has a poverty mindset. I don't dream about becoming a millionaire overnight because I know that's irrelevant. I want to build lasting generational wealth. Charlie, go up front. I want to build generational wealth by building good money habits from myself and my wife so our children can have those same money habits. not winning money over time. So everyone dreams about winning, becoming a millionaire overnight. But instead of putting in the work, people would rather pay for the chance to win big in the lottery. Sure, a $10 scratch off card is a small price to pay when you're 10, 10 zeros on the line, but the odds of you actually winning is slim to none. Instead of spending your hard earned money on super rare chance of winning more money, why not get on track by getting rich quick the right way? Spoiler alert, we're talking about hardworking and following. I would recommend following Dave Ramsey's baby steps all the way to becoming a millionaire. That's what we're doing. Um, it's hard out there, guys. We know cost of things are going up. It's no way any politician, Democrat or Republican, the government, it does not matter who is in the White House. Your finances will not improve unless you improve your chances in your house. The White House is irrelevant to your house. You are in control. You, your spouse, no, I hate saying that. You, your wife, or your husband. There's either man and woman, woman and man. That's it. You, your wife, or your husband, you guys build wealth for your children. It's not to say that you may not win the lottery or the government may reduce taxes or whatever, but that's a small piece. If you're living outside of your means, you're trying to look fake rich or you're trying to look impressive instead of being impactful for your future, you will go broke. No matter if it's a Democrat or Republican in the White House, no matter if Joe Biden's still alive, no matter if Kamala Harris wins, no matter if Trump wins, you'll still go broke if you don't do what you need to do. Hold on, sweetheart. So, follow the Dave Ramsey baby steps, and you can build that wealth over time, not playing the lottery. That's number 6. Oh, number 5, home equity line of credit, which is also called HELOC. You can go to Dave Ramsey's website. He talks a lot about HELOCs. I don't know them myself, but from what I do know from research, it's about borrowing money against your house, and you will pay it back, right? Everybody, oh, I'll pay it back. But when you can't, and you lose your shirt, then you go, man, I shouldn't have done that. Well, how about you just don't do that? Live off less than what you make and avoid it. So when you're living paycheck to paycheck, there's no room for emergencies. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, everything is an emergency in your life. A flat tire, a battery, a battery going dead in your car. What else? Windshield wiper fluid, windshield wipers breaking, a broken ankle, a husband or wife not able to work. If you got a pool in your backyard like we do, a pool motor going out that's $600, or I don't know, whatever. Everything when you're living paycheck to paycheck is an emergency because you can't do anything in between those paychecks. So especially when it happens with like ones with like zeros, extra zeros on the end, that stuff hurts. So what can you do? If you own a home, if you live in a home that you are paying a mortgage on, you might think home equity line of credit or HELOC could be a good idea. After all, you're just borrowing money from the value of your home. What can go wrong? You'll pay it back, right? Like I said, we always tell ourselves that. I'm gonna pay it back, I'm gonna pay it back, but then you can't. Stop what you're doing right now and throw that idea back where it came from. Because taking a loan from your home equity is a bad idea. Not only not only are you going into more debt, but you're putting the roof over your head and your children's head at risk. If you take out a loan and can't pay it back, your house is on the line. Just don't do it. We have a home. We're not taking out. If we were to blow through our emergency fund, blow through our emergency savings, I would not be at home. I would live at work. I would literally sleep in the parking lot of work, sleep, work, sleep until I couldn't do it anymore. If my home was at risk and we were in risk of losing our home, I would not sit around and try to borrow my way out of debt because that don't even make sense. You're borrowing other people's money, so you got to pay it back. So number 5, home equity line of credit, also known as HELOC, avoided. Number 4, is adjustable rate mortgages, which are called ARMs. Yeah, don't do those. Crap, those are horrible. Adjustable. Anytime you're talking about a rate of a fee to pay anybody. Can you imagine? It sounds good. So if you had an adjustable rate on your hourly pay, and your employer said, okay, every few months we're going to pay you less and less, what would you say? I said, no, I ain't doing that. Why not? That's an adjustable rate. Every month or every year, you get paid less and less. Adjustable rate mortgage is essentially the same thing, meaning every few months or every year, when rates adjust, as you can tell by the news, they consistently adjust. When they adjust, you may start out with a $1,000 mortgage or $800 mortgage with an adjustable rate mortgage. But over the next 2 years, it ends up being $3,000 a month. And then when you can't pay it, they say, well, you should have paid your mortgage. You're like, I can't pay it. It's $3,000 a month. Well, you shouldn't have signed for an adjustable rate mortgage. That's what happens. So those adjustable rate mortgages, they are horrible, and they will get you caught up in a home that you cannot afford. Um, Ooh, man, they're horrible. So just you can research it, you can look it up. I don't want to cover too much of the adjustable rate mortgage because it's entirely too deep of a um, topic to cover right now. But I'm just giving you the 10 major ones that kick my butt. So adjustable rate mortgage or ARMs, if you get in the house or you have a mortgage, please don't do it. Find a way to get out of it if you're already in it. Number 3. Now I almost was it number 3 is timeshares. Sweetheart, didn't we almost do a timeshare? Was it Florida? So we almost went to a meeting with timeshare to buy a timeshare in Florida. Um, and we didn't really know at the time. We weren't doing Dave Ramsey, and we didn't really know about timeshares, and they were literally about to scam us and bust our head with a timeshare. And we're going to be paying them thousands of dollars, and then we can't afford it. Then they just take it, and we just lost our money. So imagine this: someone offers you a free vacation. That's how it started. Heck yeah! The only catch: you have to come to a business meeting while you're there. Sounds easy enough, don't it? But this, but here's what's really going to go down. In a little innocent looking meeting, you'll get pressured to buy a timeshare. That was the setup for us. But they never tell you that ahead of time. Oh man. That money, that's a money trap that'll keep you in debt and lead you to poverty without a doubt. Because the timeshares are usually marketed to people who can't afford them, that their whole marketing strategy, and if you do buy one and never want to sell it, good luck. You can't give timeshares away. So you're stuck in a timeshare. They're consistently marking up the value, um, and they're consistently charging you maintenance fees and service fees. And you've already signed a contract, guys. Avoid timeshares. Me and my wife, we weren't about to sign up because when people try to sell to me, I'm aggressive. If I say no once and you come at me again and I say no, get out of my face, and I'll get aggressive. So if my no means no and my yes means yes. So when I was dealing with the time, I wasn't afraid to buy because I wasn't going to buy because I didn't want to. Plus, I was broke. So everybody is not as aggressive as me. My wife is extremely kind and nice to other people except for me. So she probably would have bought. But me, no. No, I don't want to buy that. Give me the free stuff. So I went to one once before, and the guy was like, oh, you can buy it. Man, give me the free stuff. If you can't give it to me for free, get out of my face. And then he left me alone. So I get aggressive. When I say no, like I don't want to buy it, I say no. Oh, my wife rolled her eyes at me because she know, hey, hey, hey. When I say no, leave me alone, man. I don't harass you. So anyway, enough about the timeshare. Don't get caught up in it. And then, it's a black guy at work. It was a black dude trying to get me to buy a timeshare from him for $600. Man, are you crazy? He said, man, I'm paying $1,200 a month, man, whenever I want to go on vacation. But you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're working through a temp service. You can't take a vacation. So when you gonna take a vacation? You broke, but you paying them $600 a month or $1,200 a month, and you want me to give you $600 to take a vacation to a place that will not be available when I want to go, and I still got to pay for everything else? No. So yeah, it's a trap, and they get so many people, and those people try to get out of it by marketing to other people, which I don't blame them, but I wouldn't do it. So anyway, enough of the timeshare. Number 2 is car leases. Don't fleece. Don't lease a car. If you have to be so impressive, and I get excuses from so many people. I did a book club, a financial a budgeting course for a book club of women. It was all black women. They were I assume they were educated. They said they had degrees and stuff, but people can say whatever. I don't care. They were so intelligent that the first thing they said when I said don't lease cars is, well, you can't find a car cash. Yes, you can. You don't want to. You want to look fake rich. You want to look impressive by having a Mercedes or Cadillac or whatever crap you think. What if it break down? What if you buy a new car and it break down? Cars are man-made. They break down. You're giving me excuses so that you can be justified by living paycheck to paycheck, and you so-called have degrees and are educated women. And I was straightforward with them. Like, no, you can find a car for cash. They're just like saying, oh, I can't find a TV for cash. Yes, you can. Go to the store. You can go to car lot and offer $5,000 to $6,000 cash and get you a decent car. So stop it. People make I'm realizing people make excuses to justify the stupidity that they do. They want to justify, they want to feel special and feel like they're the only ones that can't find a car, but you have me coming from the projects, coming from the hood, and able to buy a car cash and mind my business. Charlie, put that can down. Thank you. So leasing a car is not a good thing. We've all been there. You're driving your grandma's paid off hand-me-down Buick when your friend drives up in a brand new BMW with a high quality speakers, heated seats, and temper control cup holders. Fancy. The Beamer looks a lot sweeter than your beater. Your mind starts wondering, wouldn't it be great to trade in your Buick for a nice car? Something like that. Who cares if you don't have all the money for it right now? I care. Your bank account will care when you go broke. You can afford the monthly lease payments, right? Wrong. You cannot afford them because when it's time to pay the insurance and everything else, your fancy car may be nice, but you can't afford it because you don't have enough cash, and that's most people. Leasing is the most expensive way to drive a car. Talk about a money trap. Avoid getting fleeced by saving up and buying your own car, new to you car. So it don't have to be brand new off the showroom floor, but if you have the resources to save money, if you can put $10,000 to $15,000 on a car, then drop it and be done with it. You have no car note, and all you have is insurance and maintenance. Bam, you're good to go. But if not, if you're young and you just want to try to look rich, you spend your money and buy that car. So when you can't afford it and the tow truck man comes looking for it, you're hiding it behind your mama's house, at your friend's house, behind a gate because the repo man is looking for it, then how rich do you feel? Do you feel rich when you know the repo man is looking for your car? No, you don't feel rich. So stay away from fleecing because the more you try, and these days, like back in the day, the repo man had to come to your house, come to the address, look in the backyard. He had to, even you could be at your house but blocked by cars. He still couldn't tow it. Now, man, they got drones. They got kill switches in those cars. So if you fleece that car and they know you're likely to miss a payment and not pay, they can cut your car off with just a signal. And now that car just sitting there. And now you're gonna hold it till they come and get it. And if you park it behind other cars, they'll just tow the other cars out of the way and pull your car out and then go. So now you're fighting with people that you've borrowed money to get a car. Now you are literally poor and broker than you started out before you leased a car. So number 2, do not lease a car. It's horrible. I've had two. I've had one repo in my life. It was a 2000 2006 Chevy Cobalt, red. Mm. They repoed the crap out of it. Did they? Nope, they didn't repo it because it was at my house in a garage, so I could let my door down. But I got tired of hiding from those people, and I was like, I'm just gonna go buy. I bought a car, $2,000 cash. It was a crappy car, but I bought it in 2009, and I took that car back because I didn't want repos constantly chasing, shining light on my house. So it happened to me before. All right. Last but not least, number 1, no money down plans. So you're ready to start adulting and buy yourself a brand new couch. The one you get from the thrift store is 10 years old and it finally got a bit dusty. This is a big deal. A rite of passage even. So don't ruin it by signing up for payment plans with no money down. Look, putting zero down might sound like a no-brainer, but no money down is a trap. That's just another way to get you to be locked into making long-term payments on stuff you need to pay for up front. Never mind the fact that your finance is something to sit on. But now you don't actually own the couch either. Instead of putting no money down, there's a better idea. Save up some cash and put all the money down. And just buy it. Right now, you got people work. It's peak season for a lot of places. A lot of people work your overtime now, save your money, and budget. Buy the thing cash. You can work X amount of hours. You can calculate your stuff with a calculator and a pen and a piece of paper. If it costs $2,000, if in each one of my checks per week is $500 minus my expenses, then you can do 4 paychecks, save $500, and then pay for the item you need. Bam, done. You're not in debt. Back in the day, c'est moi, your boy, I did Renter Center, Best Way, Rent to Own. I did all of the rent to lease stuff. I leased a microwave. I rented a washing machine. I rented a PlayStation. I rented a DVD player. I rented a VCR. I rented a couch. And they actually came by looking for that stuff. They came to my house looking for a couch. Where I'm gonna take a couch? And no, I had to give it back. But I those no money down plans are strictly designed for poor people. Yes, I was poor, and they only interest me because I had no money and I just wanted to buy stuff. So, guys, those are the 10 stupidest money traps that have ever gotten me. Don't feel bad if you've gotten caught in some of those traps or you're in some of those traps. You can get out, earn as much as you can, save as much as you can, pay the balance, get out of it, don't do it again. It's 2024 and I have never went back to a buy your own, rent to own. We needed a washer and dryer, brand new. We worked, saved our money, bought it, and we're good. When we need things, we just work. We go by the speed of cash because building credit will lead you into debt. Because as you notice, your credit score fluctuates no matter how good you are with money. Because it only checks what you do with your credit. It only checks what you borrow. If you don't borrow money from people, you won't be enslaved to them. So my son, real quick, and I'm gonna end this video. My son was reading some about crap. Hold on, Trey. What was that period in that paper you was reading about the people being indentured servants? What? Mesopotamia, the Mesopotamia period. My son was learning about in school where he was reading, and they were covering why what made people back then become slaves. And I explained to him through biblical principles, through Colossians chapter 3 verse 22. It says, slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 5, slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear. And Paul was just talking about slaves to obey. And I explained to him the Mesopotamia period, along with the Roman times, slavery was very different than it was here in America. So slavery in America was based off of race, how you looked. Slavery in Roman times was being an indentured servant, and that meant anyone who owed a debt to someone else was considered a slave in Roman times or the Mesopotamia period. Slaves can work out of slavery by earning money and paying the person back. Then they were no longer a slave. Um, and now that's not to say that all slavery was like that in Roman times, because they also had the conquered people were enslaved. But you can go back and read Galatians chapter 3 verse 28. You can read that for yourself, and I'll come back with a later video. But I was pointing out that the borrower is slave to the lender. It tells you that. Proverbs chapter 22 hold on, I gotta get it right because I'm gonna say it wrong. Psalms, Proverbs chapter 20. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. If you borrow money from somebody, us black people, we know if you loan a black person money, you ain't gonna see them again. They're gonna disappear. They'll be harder to find than. I got no snappy comment. It'll be harder to find. Well, I do, but I don't think it's appropriate. But they'll be harder to find. So that's just one of the things. If you borrow something from somebody, you don't want to be a slave. So you should pay them back. But ultimately, you should get yourself in a position, work hard, save your money, live within your means, so that you won't have to borrow money. So, and you can live, guys. I tell a lot of guys at work, you can live an outstanding life at the speed of cash. You can earn the money and do the thing that you want to do instead of borrowing the money to go out and have fun. You're borrowing something now so you can pay for it later. And then if you don't pay for it later, you got to pay more than what you borrowed. The borrower is slave to the lender. Biblical principles about finances, they're there. The world uses them, but they tend to use them in the wrong way. So anyway, you guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate everything you guys have done. Please continue to subscribe to our channel. Those of you who are watching right now, if you like any other videos, please decide to go to this link and check out some additional videos or playlists about vending machines or about budgeting and finances. So guys, have a blessed day. Be safe. Au revoir. A bientôt. À la prochaine.